Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I'm doing a craftsman style home using the new pack, the Growing Together pack. Super excited to finally get this video up and to have completed it. You'll see that I experienced a little bit of technical difficulties and after this first little intro section of just getting the shape of the house and the roof down, I lost a whole bunch of footage, so I have a little mini tour for you to show you around the house, mostly in first person mode, and get an idea of what I had gotten done, apparently off camera. I love OBS. That's all I have to say. It doesn't always work flawlessly, but it does work pretty nicely. Oh, did you hear my dishwasher finished up? That's nice. Anywho, we do what we gotta do. So here I'm using these new columns from the Growing Together pack. I really like them, and I always forget that we can't do diagonal stairs. I'm not new here. I know that we can't do diagonal stairs, but for some reason I always think I'm gonna get away with it, and I don't. So, complete waste of my time, but I tried. Anywho, back to this. So here's our front porch area. It's a little oddly shaped, but I liked it being not just a perfect square or a perfect circle, or half circle, should I say. I did struggle with the roof quite a bit though, and I cut out a lot of footage of that because it was just too much. But I jump over to this side, and I start off, it does change, but I start off doing the two half roof pieces and then the little, what's that called? Just a regular pitched roof on top. I wanted to give it a little dimension, and I wanted it to be a little higher than the regular roof was allowing me to do, but I ended up changing that because I realized I was overcomplicating it. And then just a little half-pitched roof on this side, same thing in the back. I think I repeated it. Here we go. Yeah, I originally was going to do a little roof piece back here too, but I actually extended those, and I ended up extending that roof piece out just a little. And here I think I finally figured out what I was going to do with the roof, so I did a little half pitch, and then I brought out I believe it's the hexagon shape, and we do a little rounded roof piece, because at first I was going through and trying the half hip roof and the gabled roof. It just wasn't working, so I was thinking about the round roof, but I couldn't get it to look right, and then I finally figured it out on the deck. Here I'm finally figuring out that this roof piece here just doesn't work out, deleting that and just throwing in a normal roof piece like this. Normal hip roof. There it is, or pitched roof should I say. And then I had to adjust a bunch of things to get it to match, and there's the top. And at first I did that hipped roof. I think I end up changing that later on, and I think that's just about it for now, although you might see me add the circular roof. No, I think I just stopped right here, so I will let you enjoy a little bit of music and get to me talking about the middle of the video tour. Alrighty then, see you in a little bit. Okay. Hey guys, it's me. I lost a whole bunch of footage again. It's great. OBS decided to just close out on me, but I did get a bunch of decorating done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little tour in first person mode, if it will let me. Let's see if I can do this a little faster today, but this is the front with more columns. I put a little bit of shrubs in the front to hide the foundation. Was looking kind of wonky, and I added another bay window here in the front along with one on the side over there with the same awning. I changed up the windows. I changed up the size and shape of the roof because I wasn't liking how it looked overall. And there's the chimney in case that didn't show up, but we are going to head inside. I also added some lighting on the front porch. These are the new lights from the new pack from Growing Together. And I think it looks really cute going in. I love this door, how it's just a single door, but super wide and decorated. And you walk in and you have this little door here, which goes to the basement, which was the main feature of this house, in case I don't say it in the first part of my editing, because this is kind of before I start editing. And then here is the kitchen space. Well, that's a little corner living room for now. This is not completely decorated, by the way. It's just what I have so far. This is the kitchen started, just so you have a good look. And then the living space is very sparsely decorated. I just wanted to get a couch and a rocking chair down and figure out the general layout. And then over here, tucked in this corner, I have a cute little bookshelf. That's from Parenthood, actually. Some of the stuff in that pack works really well with Growing Together pack. And over here is the dining area, and the color changed to like a greenish teal color, which I really like, and it matches the rug really, really well. A little splash of yellow with the centerpiece. Here's a little office space, no computer, at least not yet. I haven't decided if I want to do that. And out here we have a nice little covered deck area with a trellis pattern on top, and I put the glass floor pieces from Island Living up top here to provide some shelter from rain, but still make it so you can see up through it, and I think it looks really, really cute. I very much enjoy that. I'll show you a little outside spin around in just a second, but we can go down to the basement first, and then we will jump upstairs. So here is the basement stairs. It's gonna look a little weird going down, so you know, you have to go through the foundation. I have to go down, I believe. There we go. Hold on, maybe I have to exit first. I love it. Alright, let's go down. Oh, you know what? I don't think first person mode works for that. That's okay. We can go in like this. So here's the basement. Have a nice little, I imagine, added on bathroom. Like it wasn't here originally, so they put up some drywall. I'm going to get the inside also painted white, and some storage boxes. Nice laundry area, very nice laundry area. Washer dryer, some accessories, some clutter. Laundry basket, functional. And some other little bits and pieces and clutter items. And I'm probably going to continue to decorate that in a little bit. And then we can move upstairs. Again, not very decorated at all. I did start with the baby's room. So this is the infant's room. Again, very sparsely decorated. I really just wanted to include that giraffe. So, I don't know why. I just really wanted to use it. I don't use it very often. I thought it would be cute. And then there's a bathroom over here. So there's a bathroom in the basement, bathroom on the first floor, and bathroom on the third floor. This is the little hallway space. Again, not completed. And this is going to be the main bedroom. So that is it. That is what I got done while the game decided it didn't want to record, which is great. So we'll do a quick little spin around. Here's the back. I'm probably going to add some more shape to the second floor so that it doesn't look quite so boxy. But we will get to that in this next part of the editing, and I'll probably add some more windows and get some more things figured out as we go. Like I said, I didn't even finish the wallpaper on this side because I'm not sure if I'm going to add a bump out or not. But that is that for now. So I will see you back at the next part of the video where I complete some editing. Alrighty then, bye-bye. Okay, and we're back. Here I am. I did actually end up with a bump out on this side of the house, and then I just extend the roof just a little bit to cover that. And I was picking out some windows, and I picked out this little awning to cover the bay window, and I thought it looked really cute. And I tried to use those corbels from the new pack, but I didn't think they looked quite right. They were clipping funny, so I just used them on the top of the roof here, and I said, wow, that looks really nice. And I wanted to use them on all the rest of the roof pieces. Then I noticed back here we were having an issue, because if I add this bump out and have to delete some of my glass awning pieces, then all of a sudden it gets to the point where I can't place the frise back because it thinks part of that awning piece is its own room, because technically I used fence pieces to make that trellis look, and it was very annoying, so I had to kind of go in and delete a bunch of it to stop confusing the friezes. And it took me a couple tries, some off camera, some on camera. I know it looks really funny. I ended up just deleting that part of the room in general. I put them back, and then I had to redraw everything. It was a really unnecessary headache on my part, but I really enjoyed the way it looked, and I was not willing to sacrifice, wasn't willing to let that go. So here we are. But I had all that back. I put the window pieces back, and instead of putting them back here again, well, at first I put them back there, but then I removed them because I realized that I want to put a longer roof piece on rather than just this little piece you'll see me put on here now. And then, see, I liked it, but I didn't think it looked quite right, and I thought I could make it meet that other piece of roofing on the other side nicer if I just extended it a little bit. But here I realized I was going to have trouble with the frieze, but I did not realize I was going to have trouble with the roof clipping, and I should have known better, because we always have trouble with the roofs clipping, the roof pieces clipping when we try to do a weird room or a weird shape with anything. But I decided to go back to that because I knew it was going to be a headache, and I just wanted to move forward and get away from it for a second so I could have a fresh set of eyes on it later. Did this in multiple pieces, by the way, because, you know, kid nap time, kid bedtime, stuff around the house. I couldn't just sit down and do it all at one time, which is actually good for me. I need time away from the project so that I can come back and reevaluate what I'm doing and make the changes. If I do it all in one sitting, it never comes out nicely. But this room here is going to be the guest room / grandparents room, so you could potentially have grandparents live here, or use this as a second bedroom, or you could even use this as the primary bedroom, and the upstairs bedroom could be another kid's room or teen's room. Obviously, if you download this, you can make whatever changes you want, and you're totally able to do that once you download it. It is yours to edit in your game as you wish. But here I decided that I was going to make it a grandparents room, so I put in a nice cozy bed, and I used the cats and dogs 4-poster bed. I thought it looked so cute and very grandparent-like. So here it is. And I think I used also the cats and dogs end tables, the like blocky looking end tables here. I really like them. I was going to use them in the yellow shade because I liked how it kind of tied in with the color on the bedspread. But I believe I changed that to a white, just because I thought, you know, it actually kind of looks nicer with the white and a little bit of the wood coming through. It's a very shabby chic room with the white and a little bit of exposed wood and the mismatched wood tones. There are some plants in here eventually, but for now working on the mirror. And then I wanted to add a little back porch space, and that door kept clipping. So here's the little back porch space. Had to move that bush back, okay, that happened. And the flooring for the outer decks I kept consistent, and as well as the spandrels and the columns. And here are the steps. I had a little issue with them at first too. I had to go and do them one more time. There they are. Yeah, I wasn't getting off easy today with that. Everything was giving me just a slight issue, only enough to be kind of irritating. Not enough to make me quit, at least. So there you go. Just like, oh, okay, this again. Okay. And then here I struggled to pick a wallpaper that looked grandparent-like, but also not too over the top with pattern or texture, because I figured the bedspread is already busy enough and we don't need a lot of texture and pattern on the wallpaper itself. And here's this platform. I did lower the room slightly so that it just felt a little bit bigger. So I had to pick a platform trim, and I thought that looked really nice. Here is the outdoor lights that I continued in the back, and then I was playtesting to make sure my sim could get out here okay. And of course, once I deleted that room, you see there's a roof piece now inside. On both sides, actually. As soon as I removed those little extra walls, so I had to fix this. I had to put a floor. Sorry, I had to put a floor down and make the top of the underneath where the roof flips. I had to make that a little bigger so that I could add the trim of the walls. Then I had to fix this roof piece. I don't know why it was being so strange. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I don't know why I was having such a hard time with that. I think I redid that roof piece like a gazillion times. And I said that is going to be a problem for future me. I'm gonna take care of this roof over here on top of the grandparents' room, the spare bedroom, first, and get back to the nightmare roofing situation in the back later on. And I think you'll see that very shortly. But first I decided to put the wallpaper up and fix the kitchen. I think I have that pretty much done. I do go back in and clutter and decorate that a little bit later because I just didn't have a whole lot of time. And I just wanted to get this done. Alright, here we are tackling this. Putting the floor down didn't work for this one, so what I had to do was redraw the whole room. And I skipped a whole bunch of my struggles so you didn't have to see it. And there it is, all put back together. Nothing is clipping. The frise is back up and looks great, so I had to regroup here and decided to work on some more windows. I put these windows into what is the infant's room. I thought about putting a cute little window in that upper section of the roofing in the grandparents' bedroom, but I thought against it. It just didn't quite look right. And then I decided I needed to pick out a mailbox. You know, I thought that the lots were supposed to automatically spawn a mailbox, and I never found one for this one, so I'm not 100% sure why that is, but that's okay because I like to pick my own mailbox anyway, and I really like this mailbox from Seasons. It goes really, really well with the wood tones and the stone pattern of the house, so I liked that one. I put that just in the front for now with bin, the outdoor bin, because I wanted to get some terrain paint down and start to figure out the landscaping a little bit before I place them ultimately where they're going to go, which you'll see later on. And then I said I gotta place these corbels on all the other roof pieces because it's a necessity at this point. I need to keep it consistent, and I love them. I think they're so pretty. They are definitely huge, but I think that's keeping with the craftsman style for sure. There's a lot of overstated like wood beams and exposed beams and awning pieces on those houses, so I did not mind it. I just sized them down slightly. I think it was 2 clicks I had to size them down. And here I am starting on the primary bedroom. This is what I would call the parents' bedroom. I struggled with this one also, mostly for color, because I wanted to do a different color. I didn't want to do blue. I didn't want to do green. I already did those colors. I didn't want to do that wacky pattern like the grandparent-y room. I already got that in this house. And the infant's room, I believe I do yellow. So I didn't want to do yellow in here either. I was trying to think what I wanted for lighting and for the color of the room. I picked those two lights above the windows rather than end table lights because it's in the corner there, and I didn't think that if I put an end table that the Sims would be able to get into the bed. I just wanted to leave it kind of open. And I did test it. The Sim can get in and out of the bed. So no problem there. Here I'm deciding on the curtains, and I went with the pink, the kind of dusty rose color for the walls because it matches the pillowcases and a little bit of the color in the pattern on the blanket at the end of the bed. And I don't know, it's different. I don't use a lot of pinks in my Sims bedrooms, at least not in my adult Sims bedrooms. So that was interesting. I forget where those curtains are from. I think those are just base game curtains, actually. I just like the tan. I was going with the pink, red, and tan, and off-white in this room. And you'll see a little line there in the floor between the square part of the room and where the little bump out is. And I'm pretty sure I could have easily fixed that, but I think after I got done fixing the frise situation in the back of the house, I didn't want to adjust any more of the flooring or the walls or anything. I was just done. I was done with it. But I'm pretty sure if you add another shape on top of that, like another flooring piece that is hexagonal, that it should fix that. Don't quote me on it. So if it really bothers you, you can fix that. it personally didn't bother me because I had already been bothered enough, and I gave up. Long story short, I gave up. I couldn't do it anymore. And then you saw me test that little dresser with my sim, made sure she could get in there and change her clothes. I used 2 little end-piece countertops to kind of frame in a little bit of that dresser and give me a space where I could put a little light off to the side or a plant potentially. That was my original thought, and they do work. It actually worked. They didn't block anything. They didn't cut through on the other side of the wall. That was really nice. I picked a nice neutral, not too patterned rug for the floor. I used the tool mod to size it up a little, and then I rotated it. And over here suddenly you'll see that bam, there's another dresser and a mirror, and all of a sudden all these plants. Oh, sorry, you don't see the dresser yet, but you do see the plants and the easel. Signature easel. I put it in every build, and I use this new mirror that has like a wicker or woven pattern in it. I really love that. I didn't even notice that looking through all of the items recently. I must have glossed over that one. And then I take out the first dresser I placed and instead replace it with these modular countertop pieces, which makes that not a dresser anymore, but it looks nice. So we can go with that. And then over here I use these, they're actually locked behind, I believe, a gold event, the family reunion event. So if you have a successful family reunion and you earn a gold medal for that, you get those photo frames. I think there's a whole bunch of them. And then I did a little tufted lounger, little chaise lounge right there in the corner in red. I didn't have anything red in this room besides the blanket at the foot of the bed, so I thought red would be a nice little accent color. And then I put this little tray from Tiny Living on the dresser, and I called it a day. And I think it just looks really nice, really cozy in there. Pretty decorated, but not overly decorated. And it has some skill building items. Maybe that's where the parents like to go at the end of the night, unwind, put a TV on the wall. Maybe they like to watch a little bit of their own programs and relax at the end of the day. And I assume that this couple is expecting a child or just had a child. And that is why there's only a nursery. And downstairs, I don't know if you saw in the original tour, but there's a bunch of baby stuff on the floor. The portable crib is in the dining room, along with the baby mat and a little diaper changing station on the floor, which I know isn't really usable in the game, but in real life, that is what you do. At least that's what I did with my kids. I had a little diaper changing station on the floor. It was much easier just to get down on the floor and change them than to pick them up and put them up on the table. So I just threw that little bit of real lifeness in there, even though you can't really do it in The Sims, but that's okay. I thought it looked really cute. Here's the baby's room. It is very yellow and very animal themed, and then those curtains have some pretty scenery on them and clouds. Use this little fox blanket that you can put the baby down on. It's so cute. I don't know, I love that one. I love all things foxes. My one son's nursery when he was first born was woodland creature themed. So I have lots of experience with woodland creature themed nurseries, and I really wanted to put my own little spin on it now that I can finally do that in game. It's very exciting. Here's some little baby toys, little infant toys, should I say, that I placed down on the rug. There's a little fox rattle, the little circular rattle, a little bunny, I think a bear, and then, oh, the koala. I believe I get out the nesting block. There they are. Yep, the nesting blocks, and I put them on the floor. And then I do some rearranging, and I place some clutter. I had to break out the red shelf to put the diaper stack and the wipes on the back of the diaper changing station. That is one thing I really didn't play test though. Hopefully that doesn't block you from using the diaper changing station. I don't see why it would, but there are no slots on it, so it very well might. If it does, my apologies, but luckily you can just delete those. And you can even put up a shelf right above the table and put those on there instead. So that's good. I just didn't put an infant in my playtester household, and that probably would have been a really good idea. Well, you know, there's a first time for everything. I'll, next time I do another infant room, I will make sure that I have an infant in the household so that I may play test. I actually haven't gotten a chance to play with infants really in my own personal gameplay because I've been too busy with the builds and the let's play and the editing and then my real life family. It's just been too much. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with the gameplay aspect of having infants in my personal file. Hopefully we'll get to that soon. Hopefully I'll get around to really exploring that soon. I have seen lots and lots of other YouTube creators though experience it, and I've been living vicariously through them for right now until I have a minute to dive into it myself and not be super stressed that I'm behind on editing. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Children are napping. I probably should be too, but nope, I'm doing this. You're welcome. So we deleted that ugly saucer light and I put in this iconic white cloud light. If there was ever a room to use it in, I thought it would be this one. I debated using a night light too in the corner, just a standard one, or this very large sun and cloud one. I think I went back to my classic favorite, the little moon that's casting stars on the wall. I think that's super cute. If I had that night light in real life, it would definitely be in my kids' room. I would love it. I would probably sleep in there. And in the bathroom, I kept the yellow theme going. I used this yellow hexagonal tile pattern from high school years, and I think I just used standard white square tile. I debated using a herringbone white tile from the new pack, but I just went with the standard tiny little white tiles on the floor. And over here, I think I chose the mirror from high school years. Yes, I used the high school years mirror. I used a different toilet. That was just my placeholder toilet. There it is. That's my new toilet. And this new baby potty, new toddler potty from the new pack from Growing Together. Debated using the light switch, and it quickly decided not to, because then I'd have to go through every room and do it. I was not feeling that at the moment. Put some cute towels on the back of the door. Now, when your sim opens the door, those will just float. They will walk right through them, but they will float. So they look real cute on the back of the door, but they don't really go anywhere. And then I had to go over to the next room and grab my red shelf back so that I could place some soap and some toothbrushes on the sink. You have to have that. And then I go into the clutter kit and break out some more clutter. Just the plunger and the toilet paper roll. There it is. That's it for this bathroom, except for the window. I end up putting in a double window and the blind from, I remember what the pack is. I think it's just base game. No, I think it's just base game. It's this one. It's the slightly yellow base game folded blind. I really like that one. It's really cute, and I don't use it that often. I should use it more often, because sized down, it's much less extreme than when it's sized up. And then what am I doing here? Oh, right. I'm debating on what kind of bath mat to use in front of the the tub, and it took me way too long to decide. Pretty sure I cut out like an entire 10 minutes of sped up footage of me going through all of these rugs. It was terrible. I think I finally decided on the amoeba shaped rug. You'll know what I mean. You'll see what I mean, but it really is. It's a little rug that's the size of it's the shape of an amoeba. It's all like squiggly and blobby looking. It's so weird. I had to size it down a little bit, but I think it looks super cute, keeping with the yellow theme. And I really enjoyed that. So after this, I believe we get started on the landscaping, and that goes really, really quick, which is nice. So I had to pull out all the debug items first because my organized debug was not, it wasn't working the way that it usually does. I had to actually uninstall it, reinstall it, and just kind of reboot it up. And then it worked just fine. I could find all of the debug from the new pack, no problem. And I don't know what the problem was before. It must have just been a me problem though, because I couldn't find anything on it. There was no record of anyone else having that problem. So that's good. I'm glad at least I fixed it. If you have a problem with it, if you ever have a problem with organized debug not showing a certain pack, especially like a new one, and you know you've updated it because the modder has released an update, try just uninstalling it completely from your mods folder, empty your trash on your computer, and just try again. Just start fresh. and try again. Sometimes it's just not in there correctly, or maybe there's an old file that's lingering and kind of corrupting what you have. Who knows? It's all very strange to me. I'm so happy I'm not a modder because they've had a really hard time with this. I appreciate all the modders, by the way. You guys do an excellent job. I would not be able to play this game to its full potential and build without Twisted Mexie's tool mod or the organized debug mod. I need it at this point. I have become almost dependent on it. I was very upset that I couldn't find the debug things from growing together, but I didn't blame the mod creator. Obviously, it wasn't his fault. It was clearly my fault. I did something wrong, and that's okay, you know? And I would have loved to reach out to get his opinion, but I know he's busy. So I decided to try to figure it out on my own. And yeah, that's my little PSA, is be kind. Be kind to the modders. They just do us a favor. You know, they only get paid if they're on Patreon and they have subscribers, and you know, not everybody can do that. So especially if you're not a patron and you're getting his content when it's free and you're using it, like, don't be mean. Just be nice, be patient. Things take time. Like, we're all adults here. Most of us are adults here. So just be patient, okay? It's not the end of the world, it's just a game. I know that we all love it, and it is my little bit of release at the end of the day. It's something I do for myself, so I love it too, but you gotta be nice. Being mean will not help. Anyway, back to the build. So here I am placing all of the debug flowers and bushes, and I love them. Love every single one of them. That one is huge, but it looks really nice sized down, even just a little bit. So over here I'm adding more of those bushes and some flowers, like the azalea bush. And I debated on some ivy, but it just didn't seem to fit. So I used the debug azalea. Almost all of... Was it all of it? No, you know what? It was all of it. All of the landscaping that I placed is debug, so it costs 0 simoleons, because I was trying to... I know this house is not affordable by any means, but I was trying to keep it... I was trying to make it make sense. I didn't want it to be a gazillion simoleons. I wanted it to be, you know, somewhat reasonable, and also give you lots of room to grow on the lot, and to expand the house, and to expand your yard, and put the tree house, and you know, build up the tree house. So on the back deck, I kept it really, really simple. I just did a little card table, or I guess technically it's a puzzle or game table now, so that was nice. A grill and a bar, which I'm pretty sure I end up deleting anyway. But I originally had wanted to put a grill and a bar and the table for dining. So I put them here for now. And then, oh, and there's the telescope there in the corner, which I try to move to the other side, and then I end up moving back later on, because I didn't like the way it looked with the animation. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I didn't like the way it looked with the animation of the sim looking through the telescope from that position. It looked like they were standing right in front of the door, and I just didn't want someone to open the door behind them and like have the door go through them and everybody clipped together. I thought that would look silly. So instead, I was looking for an outdoor table, and I think I used this backyard patio, something patio stuff pack. Perfect patio. Is it Perfect Patio? There we go. See, I was getting there. The Perfect Patio stuff pack from a very long time ago. I used the table and chairs from that pack back here, and I think also the center piece of the lantern is from that pack, which you'll see shortly, because I already had it filtered when I was searching for the chairs, and that popped up, and I said, you know what, that matches. I like it. Moving on. I was really ready to be done with this build. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but I really wanted to get it up for you guys, and I thought that it was coming together so nice, and I'm glad that I'm finally done with it, and you guys can enjoy it. So you'll see me placing a few more shrubs, and then I do a little bit more landscaping with some debug rocks. So what I did was I took some big boulder pieces from debug that I think they're either base game or they're Discovery University. I'm not 100% sure, but I pulled out the debug boulders, and I size them down, and then I use them as some edging along the flower beds. And I thought that looked super, super cute. It did take me a little bit of fiddling around. I did have to use tool mod, just slightly, for the sizing down and then the positioning of some of the rocks, because they wanted to raise up to the level of the house versus staying on ground level. So you're gonna see a good amount of footage of that here. That's all I'm doing. I'm just sizing down and placing, and I only show a little bit of it in each section because I didn't want to bore you with all the little details. But thank you so much for watching this build. I'm gonna end it here, and you guys can enjoy the rest of the footage and the screenshots. And I hope that I will be able to continue doing more speed builds and my Let's Play. There's a poll up right now for the Let's Play, so check that out on the community tab. And yeah, I think that's about it. This one was a lot of work, but I really enjoyed using the new pack, so I hope that you've enjoyed watching the footage as well, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.